All right. Welcome to the ICBN Podcast. Um, this is a podcast where Ben and I talk about whatever we want to talk about. And Ben, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about um, animals and animals of horse-sized, and which one would be the best to
Yeah,
ride into battle.
yeah, like a mouse that's horse-sized.
It can't be a mouse, man.
Like, you know,
A mouse would definitely not be the best.
like I think a mouse would be pretty good to ride into battle.
No, no, not a shot. I think you need to consider something like a bee,
See, you say that until
a horse-sized bee.
a
What's
horse-sized
your
bee
mouse
would,
gonna do?
but my mouse,
Yeah,
it can
what's your mouse gonna
it
do?
can burrow.
Okay,
What's your bee gonna do? Look at this.
it's gonna fly.
Look at this. Horse-sized bee.
Yeah, horse-sized bee. Even better, I could have a horse-sized like I'll have like an African bee, and those don't die when they sting.
What? Oh, I thought you were just gonna say they don't die, and those don't die.
No, they don't
Whoa.
die when they sting you, so they'll just sting your bee, and then you'll die from all the poison in my giant bee, and you'll lose. Like,
Well, how much does this bee have? I don't think it could out. Look, a bee holding a person, you would not be
yeah,
effective on that bee. The bee may
I
be
don't think.
effective, but but this is a horse essentially. This is a horse style mount. This thing
I think.
this thing has
I
no
think.
this thing has no direction without you steering it. You
I
can't.
don't think I need to be effective when the bee just murders everything it stings.
But okay, it stings your ally who's riding on a caterpillar the size of a horse.
Well, he should have chose something better, because
What,
that caterpillar
what,
really sucks.
okay, well now you're down an ally, and for and, and
Yeah,
for and for a
but
bee.
look, I don't need allies when I have a giant bee.
Oh, well, that's ignorant.
What's your mouse gonna do?
Um,
Nothing.
so
It's gonna be
one, it
useless.
can burrow, and two, I'm gonna outnumber you because there's so many bee. Oh wait,
There
there's
are a lot of bees. Yeah. More than
there's a
half the
lot of
army of
mouses. Okay,
bees.
okay. Anyway, I think check this out. A weevil. Have you ever heard of a weevil?
Aren't those bugs?
A weevil? No. Wait.
Weevils are bugs, no?
Check this out.
I'm checking.
You see this? All
I
right.
see that.
Google what a weevil is.
Sure.
You see that little rodent thingy?
That is a bug.
What the heck am I talking about?
Yeah, a weevil's a
Michael's been obsessed with them. What are they?
weasel?
No. Oh wait, yeah, it's a weasel.
Not a weevil.
Yeah, weevil is a
Yeah.
bug. Yeah,
Weevil is a beetle.
Michael's been
Weasel.
obsessed with weevils, and
Uh-huh.
and he's shown me that a
Weasels.
weasel is
A weasel.
a very effective mount.
Well, I just disagree with that. I disagree with that entirely.
Okay, do you know what a weasel
Weasel.
would do to your bee?
It doesn't matter what the weasel would do to
It
my bee, because this weasel, this giant weasel, is going to be too distracted eating your computer wires and your smart devices, because that's what weasels love to do.
Okay, no,
So
weasels eat rabbits.
you n- weasels love chewing wires. So now you've actually just downed your entire communication system. And my army of bees will
Okay, well,
swarm over
it's
you
not
and
just
sting
bees.
all
You
of you.
you're stuck with caterpillars because I said it.
Well, why? No, that's just not how this
Look,
works.
see,
I
you've
have a
got bees and
colony.
you've got caterpillars. I've got
I have a
weasels and I've got
colony.
mice.
Okay, I have some caterpillars. That's great. But I have but they're the
Ooh,
same.
ooh,
You
ooh,
can't touch
ooh,
them.
ooh. Horse-sized flamingo.
Flamingo?
Yes.
That is a tiny body. Stork?
No, this is a flamingo.
That's a flamingo. I mean, what's the flamingo gonna do?
Okay, here's what a flamingo is gonna do. So we're talking horse size. This thing's got the body of a horse. Its legs are gonna be like incredibly long. You know how fast this thing can run and fly?
I don't think they're incredibly fast runners.
They're not. But when they're horse-sized, could you imagine?
Okay. I can't.
Yeah.
No.
And now consider me on top of one of these with a gun. I shoot you. I shoot a
That's
hole. I shoot a hole in your bee wing. You're down.
that's
You
pretty
land on the
extreme.
caterpillars. They're dead.
Hmm.
I have the high ground with my flamingo.
Yeah.
You want to take a moment
I mean,
to talk
I
about
think
what our name is, what ICBN stands for?
um no, not really.
Okay. We
No.
can maybe do that later, but the people are gonna ask.
They can ask next episode. They'll leave their comments and we'll respond and we'll address them at the beginning of the next part. But I think it's safe to say that my bee beats both your mouse and your weasel. But if you are on this flamingo with a gun, that might pose a challenge for the bee.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think I have an animal that can defeat your
My towering
flamingo.
flamingo.
Yeah, your towering flamingo.
And what's that?
Well, you've brought a simple small arm. I'm bringing the entire artillery division.
Okay.
I'm gonna be riding a horse-sized bombard beetle
Okay.
into battle.
I don't know what
Well,
that looks like, so I'm gonna draw this.
yeah, just draw a beetle. That's a rhinoceros beetle. A beetle. I mean, close enough. Not really, but my bombard beetle can shoot.
Oh wait, is that the thing that mixes its own like spray, and it
The
just like
bombard beetle shoots boiling water
yeah.
and acid out of its ass onto its enemies.
Yeah. So this would be me. This would be my face.
Yeah, but it's not like a single line. It's like it sprays everywhere.
All over the place. So it's all.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have to accept that this may hit some other beetle riders,
it might hit some other beetle
and if it
riders
hits any of the
because
people riding these beetles, they're done.
they're gone.
They're done. They're melted.
I think
I think this is more trouble than it's worth.
I think it's a worthy sacrifice to take out your flamingos because it's just gonna melt right through its feet and it's gonna fall over and then you're gonna get crushed.
Okay, you ready? You ready for You ready for this one?
I think my round. I think I'm winning. I don't think it's
You
possible for me
think
to go
you
back.
think you're winning? Okay.
Yeah.
You say this until I whip out the elephant.
The elephant.
Yeah, I whip out the horse-sized elephant. It's a tiny elephant. I'll give you that.
That's a very small elephant.
It is a tiny elephant.
Is it African or Asian?
Which one would make it better?
I don't know. This is your choice, man.
Well, neither. I don't think either of us know the difference.
I know the difference.
Oh. Um, we have both.
Okay. Okay. You have both.
Yeah, we have both, I'm holding two guns when I'm on this thing.
You're holding two guns.
Yeah.
You see, you've got three guns. Does that dock any points from you? Because none of my
Oh,
guys
wait,
have
wait,
two
wait, wait.
guns.
And on top of that, my elephant is carrying a
Your
long
elephant
sword.
has a long sword.
Yeah.
Wow. Can can that can I get any points docked from you? Is that like
No, no. I think our only limit here is creativity.
creativity? Well, I still think my bombard beetle shits on you and you die.
Yeah, but my elephant.
Caterpillar is gone.
My elephant.
Caterpillar is gone. I won't deny it.
Yeah, your caterpillar has been obliterated. Now
And maybe
consider this, Ben.
well,
My
technically it's not even
elephant.
like a caterpillar.
My
Let's go with
elephant
caterpillar.
blocks it
Okay.
with the sword.
But it's like a wide spray, you know? It might block some of it, but it's gonna get all over your body, all over your mask,
Not me.
you know,
This elephant is big.
ass.
This is a horse-sized elephant.
Yeah, it's too fat. It's too fat for its own good. The
I,
sword
I,
isn't
but
gonna
you,
do it.
you're gonna have to turn your back to
Oh,
do
no,
this.
it can fire forward.
What?
It can fire under itself. That's like one of the bombard beetle things.
This seems a little overpowered.
Yeah, that's why I chose it, Matthew. It's because
Hold
You
on.
know,
There's certainly something I can pull out that'll defeat this.
well, you've certainly brought out your elephant, which I still think my bombard beetle could beat. I think the only chance you have is maybe a rush from the mouse or the weasel onto my bombard beetle while it's distracted trying to take something else out.
Does he only have one fire?
No, but I think it takes time for them to, like get it back.
Yeah. So they're in a bad way after they fired.
Yeah, yeah.
I still think that you're wiping out a lot of your own men with the bombard beetle.
Well, here's the other thing too. I think using it can like temporarily fly
Yeah.
when it does that.
How
So
intelligent are these things?
I mean, probably not very intelligent because it's a bug, but
But we
also
should at least assume horse-like training and intelligence.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because otherwise the bee just wouldn't work. And actually, none of these would work. Because now that I'm considering it, if none of these had horse intelligence, then it just wouldn't work.
I don't. Yeah, it wouldn't work very well. I think maybe I think my bee is here to cover the mouse, and our long boys can compete with each other.
You've got a lot
Um,
of poison on your team and like
yeah, yeah. I
biological
mean, that's what I've
projectiles.
been going. That's what I've been going for.
Yeah.
I don't know what you've been going for, but you've been going for guns, it seems.
Yeah. Um, big mammals and guns and a flamingo.
I don't understand what that has to do with horse-sized animals, though. I feel like you just say like, this is a horse-sized animal, and then you're like, I have a gun.
I'm riding him as a mount, but I
I,
have
I
a
just,
gun.
just, I just don't see it, Matthew.
You don't see what?
I just don't see how the gun, factors into the whole equation.
I say. Well,
Yeah.
let me ponder for a moment.
Well, while you ponder, I have a new
A new
competitor to bring.
competitor already?
Yeah.
Man, what
I
you
would
got?
like to enter the bullet shrimp,
Oh man, I'm familiar.
or the pistol shrimp. The pistol shrimp, that's what it's
Now
called.
you do have to accept that this thing just isn't going to work outside of the water.
I mean, it is a shrimp. It can survive outside of water for a short period of
Are you
time.
gonna give it like little wheelies?
Yeah,
Are you gonna
yeah,
motorize
probably
them?
wheelies. Yeah,
Yeah. Now you can ride them. There's a little
yeah.
baby
Now I
claw.
can ride him. I mean, his like he's not even needed. I control the wheels and he just punches things for me.
So now he's a mech,
Yeah, he's a mech.
and he just shoots, and it's
Well,
and
he,
it
he doesn't shoot. He just like
he yeah he snaps
punches
right
you and
he
then you
oh
he punches you and in water that can actually turn some like water into plasma for the instant because that's how quickly he punches. So
he's really quick
I
with it.
he's really quick with it. So he's just gonna punch your elephant and your elephant's gonna explode in
The
one
whole, like
shot.
it's gonna pop like a
Yeah,
balloon.
it's gonna pop.
This is a horse-sized bullet shrimp.
Yeah, also he's like covered in armor.
Oh no, this is what I get for having all the
The guns.
yeah, this is what I get
Yeah.
for having all the guns. Anti-bullet armor and plating.
Yeah, and he's basically a mech.
Yeah, where do you ride?
Um I ride like there's gonna be a pouch on the inside where
Oh,
with
where
the
he's curled?
yeah, where he's curled.
And he keeps you protected with his little arm.
Yeah, with his arm, with his little arm, he
'Cause it's still pretty
he takes
big.
his strong hand and he punches you and he takes his little arm and he protects me.
Man, this is powerful. I didn't
I
consider
think
this.
I think I've made a powerhouse.
Okay.
I think I have a powerhouse team.
I do think that your wheeled mech battle shrimp
Yeah,
is
my battles.
pretty powerful. Now,
Yeah,
are hybrids out of the question?
hybrid animals.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking here? What kind of hybrids are we
I'm
talking
gonna
about?
take this as a yes. Here,
Okay,
here's what I've got. Here's what
okay,
I've got. I've got axolotl,
okay. An axolotl.
but obviously he's horse-sized.
Yeah, no, no. A horse-sized axolotl.
Yeah, horse-sized axolotl, and he's got eagle wings.
He's got eagle wings.
And I'm willing to say that these are mechanized robot jet
Robot
wings.
jet wings.
Yeah, where
Wow.
I'm perched.
Hmm. So what kind of attack does your axolotl do?
So that's where it gets interesting. I've rubber banded a bunch of knives to his hands.
My God. Wow.
And now that he's got the robot wings,
And he just dives at
and he just dives it.
wow.
And
I don't think my bee or a caterpillar or
and they swoop. They have the jet wings. They can swoop.
I think my bombard beetle might be able to, like, jet itself out of the way if needed. But the
Yeah,
bee and
if needed, and it's got like Wolverine like regenerative
the
powers.
caterpillar, I mean, if it's a stinky caterpillar, I don't think you want to touch it, That
Yeah,
just means
I may just avoid those and
yeah.
leave the smaller but more plentiful troops to deal
Here's
with the
the thing. I
caterpillars.
think I think this is yeah, I just don't see, like, this axolotl seemed scary, but now that I think about it, I mean, what's it gonna do against my acid ass
In battle shrimp,
in my mecha battle shrimp?
well, you see that being horse intelligent, I'm gonna teach them to go after like shrimps in twos. Like they'll swoop
Shrimps and
down.
twos.
They'll go after each shrimp in twos. Like one will get absolutely exploded, but the other one will get its knives in.
I'll just have my shrimps surrounded by caterpillars.
And oh, ooh, Ben, I'm gonna knock it off its wheelies. I'll just have my axolotl full ram into it and knock it off its little wheelies. Then what?
Then you get you get
It, but
ass
it'll
blasted.
yeah, it'll be a worthy trade to knock out an entire battle shrimp.
Maybe,
I
maybe.
imagine the battle shrimps are powerful but few in number.
The battle
Because
shrimps are very powerful.
yeah, since they're so mechanized and on wheelies, I imagine that they're pretty hard to get a bunch of.
Yeah, yeah. It is a little
So
difficult.
that'll be the trade-off. The least stuff you do to it, the more there are.
The more
Like
you
yeah,
have.
the caterpillar, the
I have a
bombard
lot of
beetle, and the
beetles,
bees.
caterpillars, and bees.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of mice and weasels, but I don't have as many flamingos because I have a gun,
Or elephants.
or
You have
elephants because
way
I have
less elephants.
it takes an elephant-sized sword, a horse elephant-sized sword, and
I
two
don't think you have
guns.
many axolotls either. I don't
Oh,
know
I
if
don't
you
have a
do.
lot of axolotls. I won't lie. It took a lot of
Yeah, that's
knives,
true. Yeah.
robot wings,
Okay. Well,
and I have a
I,
gun.
I, 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 I
I'll add a
I'll
gun to
give
the
you that
axolotl.
it might be an effective counter.
What do you
It
have?
might be a counter to the mecha shrimp.
Oh, you have something that
But
is a counter to the mecha shrimp?
well, I have um I have another idea.
Yeah.
I will have um a penguin. You familiar with those?
A penguin?
Yeah, penguin.
Let me Google a penguin. Ooh, I do know the penguin. I love
Penguin
penguins.
with a Vulcan minigun strapped to its back,
And it's horse sized.
and it's
That's a
horse
good
sized.
one. Here we go. And then we strap a big ol' gun onto its
Like,
back.
I don't need many of these. These are my tanks. Okay, they'll be protected from most of your natural weapons. From the bees, so from the weasels and the mice.
Now this is a really expensive one because
It's
you
probably I probably don't have many. I probably have one or two, but I don't need many because I'm just gonna shoot your axolotl down. So my
you
mecha
just
shrimp
like
can
pew,
get it.
pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna go. You're gonna get here at the A10, and you're gonna look up, and you're gonna wonder where the artillery is coming from. But it's actually my minigun penguin,
that that's pretty good.
and it wipes out your axolotl fleet. And then my mecha shrimp come in and they just punch your sword wielding elephants, and then your mice and your weasel you get stung to death. They can't approach because I have a wall of caterpillars, and then I just melt the legs of your flamingos, and that's all she wrote.
Okay, check this out, Ben.
Okay,
Man,
I got it lost.
I,
Hey,
I'm nervous. Man, I'm really thinking about it. Okay.
I just don't see it, Matthew. I
Y-
think
you
you
just
should just
don't.
give up
Y-
now.
you think I've lost?
Yeah, you should just give up. I don't think this is beatable.
You did just whip out the penguin with with the gun.
The minigun, yeah.
Yeah, with a big gun on his back. Man, I'm really thinking about it. Though I had one idea. It was the poison tree frog, but you have guns.
Have guns.
It really is something. Hmm. Okay, ready for this one, Ben?
I'm ready. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, okay. Earthworm.
A, a horse-sized earthworm.
A horse-sized earthworm.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, what can I give him? Now he's going to be targeting your penguins from their underbelly,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and what they will have. This is getting a little extreme now, but I have to because we're whipping out the minigun penguins
Uh-huh.
around its like funny neck region. We've
Yeah.
implanted a bunch of bombs.
Oh my God.
This is a landmine earthworm.
A landmine earthworm.
Yeah, this is a kamikaze earthworm. We're gonna have one
Wow.
brave soul. We're gonna have one brave soul piloting the kamikaze earthworm, and
Mm-hmm.
it will enter from under the ground of the penguin and
Mm-hmm.
explode,
Wow.
and it'll give it all up just to keep the sky axolotls going.
Yeah, I mean that sounds that does almost sound pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But as in nature, the counter to the earthworm is the humble naked mole rat.
The naked mole rat. You're whipping out the naked mole rat.
I'm whipping out tons
Oh no!
of naked mole
Are they
rats,
unequipped?
unequipped naked mole rats.
So you have plenty to work with.
As anti, worm, as anti-IED, detectors that will find and destroy your worm
And
bomb
just trigger the worm underground.
before they can get to my penguin.
That's a really good countermeasure. That's really impressive, Ben.
I know. It's just, I think it's impossible, Matthew. I think you should just give up. You should just call it quits.
No,
There's nothing you can come up with.
nope. Are you ready for this, Ben?
I'd be sure. You know what? What is it?
Okay. This. I was holding on to this one. This is.
Oh no.
No, you know what? I think I'll hold on to that one for one more round.
Oh,
I've got something else.
okay.
I'll hold on to my last one. One more. I have something temporary.
Okay.
Okay. Now this won't solve the funny problem with this guy. This will just be really strong. Just a really strong troop.
Okay.
Well, I'll be carrying around the Oh man, I'm thinking about it, Ben. I'm thinking about it. I've got two floating in my head right now.
Yeah.
I'm stuck somewhere between.
You gotta pick one, man.
Yeah, I'm stuck somewhere between giant koala
What?
and what? Oh man, and maybe just like a really big gecko, just like a really fat, massive gecko.
I just don't see how this solves your problems.
I need something of a sweeper. Hmm. All right, that's it. I'm whipping him out.
Oh no. No, no, no.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. New plan entirely, Ben. You ready for this?
Oh, okay.
This
Wow,
just popped in
okay.
my head.
Okay.
Giant
A crab?
enemy
River
crab.
crab? Oh,
Unequipped.
unequipped crab.
Unequipped giant enemy crab.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit on it and I will ride it into battle.
I feel like this was a good pick. This was a really good pick because it counters my defensive caterpillar line and my bees.
Yeah, because armored, naturally armored.
But I still think it'll struggle against mecha shrimp.
It'll certainly have trouble
Oh,
against the
the
pangolin
the
and the battle
pangolin.
shrimp, but it can't be avoided that its armor would be good
I
against
feel like
the main
yeah,
troops.
it does really wipe out, my 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 defensive line of the bees and the caterpillars.
Yes,
And I think it really makes my battle shrimp a lot more vulnerable.
and we have to remember, I'm kind of owning the skies right now
Yeah,
with the bees mostly
yeah,
out of the picture. I've got the flying axolotls, the flamingo.
yeah, yeah. Oh, well, good thing
I mean, the pangolin is still wiping, I think, most everything down right now. The pangolin is so strong, and the only
pangolin
thing I have against it
will
are
go for
nuclear earthworms.
yeah, which I've been trying to counter with my naked mole rats.
Yeah, which is definitely an effective defense.
Yeah.
Now, Ben,
Um,
last one.
this is my last
Yeah,
one.
you get one more. I get one more too. Wait, how
So I
many
get
do we have
oh
each?
so if
One.
you,
I think
so
I
if
have
you
one,
get
two,
one more, that
three,
means I
four,
have two.
five, six, seven. I have seven. You have one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
get
you
two more actually.
okay okay. I only need two more. I only need two more. Okay. So you pointed out wisely that I have an you are dominating the airspace.
Wait, Ben. We have to count how many equipped and unequipped we have. You have three. You have four unequipped. I have one, two, three, four unequipped. Okay. All right.
You have very wisely pointed out that as it stands right now, airspace all but dominated by you. So I'm going to respond um, with an eagle,
A horse-sized eagle.
a horse-sized eagle. Now, there's this particular species of eagle. I don't remember what it is. These eagles are going to be equipped, by the way, so that they are faster and can carry larger objects. Just more powerful wing, more
Just
powerful form.
cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah, cybernetic
I'm
enhancements.
gonna give it an Iron Man heart to power
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Now I forgot what type of eagle it is, but there's a species of eagle that their tactic is to pick up large rocks and drop it onto bones to break them open. Now instead of bones, they're gonna drop them on your crabs.
They're gonna drop what?
Giant rocks onto your crabs.
Ooh, and I'm on my crab.
Yeah,
That crushes the crabs entirely. They can't do anything about that.
yeah.
Like the mice and the weasels, they're pretty maneuverable, but there's not the crab.
Your crab and your elephant, it's a
My
little
crab, and my
harder.
elephant, they're way too slow.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be fast enough, where it can just, dodge and weave long enough until it can get its rocks off.
It does have to survive axolotl dog fighting.
Well, hopefully it avoids the dogfight with its cybernetic enhancements.
Oh, that's true. It is built to be a stealth bomber.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna give him some cool guy sunglasses.
I think he needs some cool guy sunglasses.
Yeah, 'cause he's stealth. He's incognito. So you have your incognito stealth bomb bird. That's pretty powerful. That does almost nullify my crabs against your many troops. So we each have one more. And we go. I guess we can get all the bells and whistles on this one. I imagine, right?
Yeah,
All right. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
you can go first. Or
Okay.
unless you want me to go first.
Do you know what yours is?
I have an idea.
Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea too. But
I can go first if you want. I mean, you started first. I think going first is inherently worse because you get to get countered.
okay, you
So
can go
I'll
and
take the final. I'll take the final one. Okay. You see, the eagle is dropping stones,
Yeah.
but that's just half of the package.
Are you gonna dominate the air even more?
The eagle isn't going to be dropping stones anymore.
Oh no.
The eagle is going to be dropping horse-sized whales.
Okay.
Horse-sized beach whales. And you know what whales are known for doing when they're beached?
Exploding?
Exploding.
Okay. So we're gonna kill a bunch of whales
Yeah.
and drop them off,
Yep.
and they're going to explode.
And they're going to explode.
And that's going to ruin the battlefield. It's going to be covered in, so like they can just pick them up by the tail, and since it's horse size, they're not that big, and your ego is cybernetically enhanced, and
Yeah.
you can just throw it. And if you want, we have the bells and whistles on this one. You can just put bombs in it.
Yeah. My eagle is dropping
Your thermonuclear,
nukes
yeah,
onto the battlefield.
your nuclear dead whale carcasses.
Yeah. That's my final bid to try and defeat anything you throw at me.
Put a nuclear sign on the whale
And now my bees are running interception to try and stop any of your flamingos or axolotls
that
from getting
walk away
inside.
from the radiation.
Yeah. And I just got my Vulcan gun,
The pangolin. Just taking everything out. This is a battlefield. This is
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, well, you have one last
Yeah,
thing
I do have one last thing. It is not a counter to your eagle whale barrage,
Uh,
but it is just an overall good trooper. I'm gonna whip out the
okay.
tardigrade.
A horse-sized tardigrade.
This thing is unstoppable. This thing is just unstoppable. I don't know what you can do to counter it. It's just a horse-sized tardigrade. Now you went nuclear on yours, so I'm gonna nuclearify my tardigrade. He's going to be a walking reactor. So I imagine tardigrades just because their shape and how they are. For those that don't know, a tardigrade is like a incredibly micro-sized thing that can live
Little
like
micro
anywhere,
animal.
and it can live in like space and stuff just
An
because it's kind of op.
extremophile.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
extremophile.
It's able to adapt to a lot of um awful awful situations.
Yeah, and they're like itty bitty. So a horse-sized one would probably look actually terrifying. It would
Probably.
it I don't even like if I saw this thing
I'd be
alive
scared.
and in person, I would fear
I
for
would
my
run.
life.
I
Okay.
would run and hope it couldn't catch me.
And I would fail because this thing's horse size. I imagine that just because of how they are, so they float in their normal environments because they're so teeny and just like the shape of
Yeah,
their
because
body.
they're tiny.
So to match
They
that,
usually live in like fluids.
yeah, to match that, I'm going to have it have
Hover
nuclear
boots.
yeah hover nuclear powered hover boots that allow it, and it's got more than 4 legs. It's got 6 legs. So it's got 6 legs. It's using to hover itself in different directions. It's nuclear. It's it is a nuclear reactor in and of itself. It doesn't need to be flung around by a giant eagle. It is going to fly around, and it's going to breathe nuclear just radiation onto things from
Wow.
like a few meters distance, and it'll just float around doing that over and over.
Wow. I mean that's a lot.
Because yeah, what do you do?
I shoot it.
It pops. Dude, the mixture of your dead whales and my tardigrades, it's just going to be a nuclear fallout.
I feel like this animal battle has really demonstrated what would happen in an actual war. It's a slow build up.
Yeah, it actually has. Cause it started off with like, okay, so I'm gonna start with my mouse, and you're like, well, check out this bee. It can counter your mouse, and I'm like, okay, well, what if I have a big old weasel?
And then you were like, well, what if you had a worm?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, you have caterpillar. I picked caterpillar for you. That was your downgrade because I picked mouse as a start as a meme.
Yeah.
And then we went with
The flamingo with a gun.
yeah, flamingo with a gun, which introduced that we are in an advanced society. So you whipped out the beetle here.
Acid ass.
Yeah, the acid beetle. So I responded with two guns on a war elephant
And a sword.
with yeah, who is trained in a sword. He's not well trained, but he's trained. So
He's trained to use the sword,
yes,
which is scary enough as is.
so you saw all my like technological advancements, so you decided to go all out and make a battle shrimp that can hold you and protect you on its wheelies.
Yeah, I mean
That was a big step up. That was like,
this shrimp might not be able to fry rice, but he will certainly fry that elephant.
and you know what? Who said he can't? Who said he can't? Maybe that's his hobby.
Maybe. Then you whipped out the hybrid axolotl, eagle axolotl, with the rubber banded,
Yeah, rubber banded on. I went from guns and swords, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna rubber band some knives onto its hands.
Yeah, yeah. Which was a little bit of a downgrade, but
It did get us in the air.
it got you in the air, and it's like, get in there and hit the mecha beetle, knock it down. Um,
Yeah, it
so
really
it's
started to bring some
useless.
speed into this because
Yeah.
you had some powerhouses going, and you continued with the
Anyways,
powerhouses with the
I
pangolin.
responded with a bit. I responded with an animal with a minigun on it.
Y-
The animal didn't really matter.
Yeah,
It was
it
more
didn't
the
really matter.
minigun.
It's literally just an armored. It's just an armored tank, and it
Yeah,
just has a
it's just
giant
my
gun
thing.
on it. And
I
I
brought the
responded
tank into the battle.
with underground bombs.
You a terrorist organization responded with IEDs.
Yeah, intercontinental ballistic earthworms.
Yeah. And then I tried to counter them as any good, invading country would with my naked mole rat.
With your sonar
who
system,
will
yeah.
just, will just burrow into the ground and try to locate the worms and detonate the bombs before they can get to
I
my
don't know
ship.
how either of our guys are operating under these conditions,
Probably not well.
but it doesn't have to do. My guy definitely doesn't have to do well. He just has to blow up.
He, his job is literally to die.
Yeah, this is my guy is a kamikaze. Well, so is yours actually, because he's literally looking for a bomb.
He's literally looking to
He's
drop
looking
a
to
bomb.
trigger the bomb so the pangolin doesn't explode.
Yeah, because the pangolin at the end of the day is the most valuable asset next to the mecha shrimp.
Yeah, I think definitely your powerhouses you're coming in hard with the mecha shrimp, the pangolin, and your bomb eagles. I think that's
Yeah.
that's really where your strengths lie. Everything else is just fodder for my fodder. But yeah, I think my strengths are probably the radioactive tardigrade, the bomb worm, and the
Bomb
in
worms.
the in the eagle axolotl.
I think you're really writing off your elephant with a sword and the rider wielding two guns.
Yeah, I kind of imagine that will have a similar kill count to the bombarding beetle.
I think here's what I think. I think your axolotl is all show.
he does he does have rubber band on knives for hands.
I think he's all show. I don't think he's gonna be very effective. I think
Well, he's being
elephants are
piloted. He's
attack.
not simply these are robot wings. I'm controlling it. We have an expert NASA pilot piloting
I
all of our axolotl.
an expert NASA pilot. I see. I just think the elephant has guns and these are knives.
Oh wait, did I mention that the axolotl guy does have a gun? He's holding a gun.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, so he also has a gun.
I added it on retroactively. I think when I was drawing the earthworm.
I see. Well, I mean, that's all well and good until I stop dropping nukes
Mhm.
onto the battlefield.
Yeah, this is great until one of these bad boys lands and just starts wiping everything out.
I mean, the crab was an ingenious counter to a lot